Hey, welcome back to Can We Talk? And I got something to say. Here is something you can't understand. How I could just lie to a man. Oh, man. Folks, we have a guy in the Oval Office. Number 47, Donald J. Trump. He got a gift worth $400 million, which is illegal according to the statutes of a president. Can't receive an expensive gift like that because it could be portrayed as a bribe. So he accepts this plane. And yes, the plane, I assure you, is a beautiful plane. Gold plating inside, and all the trimmings, the elegance, the detailings, the quality, because $400 million can buy some stuff. And this is to go to the President of the United States. Now, the United States, for this plane to be utilized by the president, needs to retrofit it. It has to be brought up to standards. Has to be, secured, locked down tight. Has to be, plated. Has to be reconfigured when it comes to its guidance. Everything has to be locked down. And they say that will cost over $740 to $790 million just for that. So it doesn't make sense. Now, Donald Trump first said it was for him. And then he said it was for the Department of Defense. And then after his presidency, it'll be placed in his library. But if it belongs to the Department of Defense, how could it go in his library? Now, I may skip class from time to time, but when things don't add up, it's because they don't add up. Now, there was a war going on in Ukraine, a country that was invaded after Crimea by Russia. Now, Donald Trump is Putin's buddy, or was his buddy at one time, and they had set up a tentative talk in Turkey, and Zelensky agreed to join them for the peace talk for once that Trump and Putin finally included Zelensky, which is a key factor to this peace talk. And so Putin said that he wasn't going to go. Donald Trump goes on this, I'm going to collect planes and gifts and money from this country that has pledged over, $2 trillion to the United States, but its gross is only 200 billion per year. But they're going to pledge trillions. So that doesn't make sense. And Donald Trump chose to say, if Putin doesn't show, I'm not going to show. But Putin didn't show because I said I wasn't going to show. Doesn't make sense again. So instead of Donald Trump trying to bring a deal of peace to a war that he was to bring closure to within his first 24 hours of his presidency, and here we are into, what is it, 109 days already, or somewhere around there. So he goes on this little tour to gather money rather than strive for world peace. He gets these gifts that are not supposed to be any type of baiting towards showing favor to Qatar. And I'm sure those people, in their own right, are decent people, besides funding Hamas, which, Hamas is taking on Israel, which was gifted a small piece of land in 1958, has now consumed the majority of the Gaza plateau, and they're continuously bombing Palestine. To these people are abandoning their land because it's so dangerous. And if you abandon your land, anyone can come in there and claim it. And I guess in some books that's maybe considered conquer by crown. I don't know, call me crazy, but it's a modern day version of it. So back to this 47 guy. He spins a lot of webs, and the press always gets caught up in it. Fox, which they're now coining the phrase state TV. But he's told so many lies, Fox can't even, bail him out. And it's I'm saddened because this is my country. I'm proud to be an American, and I'm black, and I happen to be an American. America is not a black America. America is not a white America. You people may be white, and then they're American. But there's no white America. There's no black America. There's no brown America. There's no Asian America. There's no, Indians. Yeah, the land was theirs. So it's sad what we did to them, but that's a story for another day. My heart really bleeds for the Native Americans, which majority of them were brown and black people, which were the indigenous people in America. But once again, that's another story for another day. So this 45 guy, how much longer can we continue to listen to the lies? How much longer are we going to put up with the lies? How much longer are we going to allow this guy to sit in an office and just get wealthier and wealthier, set up his children with businesses and connections and deals that are not benefiting the American people, it's America that Donald Trump is to represent, that he is to be the father, coin a phrase, to lead the country into the future, into growth, into inspiring and helping out other countries that, are struggling, that communism, that they're not bullied by communist countries. If they don't want to be a democracy and they don't want to be a communistic country, they just stay within their own, and they're not killing people and torturing people. They just want to live and be on their own. So be it. But we have to have a leader that knows how to lead and chooses to lead. Donald Trump, this is your second term. You should have learned to be president already. You can't say, ask Secretary of so and so, ask the assistant, ask the Speaker of the House. You are the president. The president is a high pressure job. Why? Because you have to know everything. You are accountable for everything. Because as you said, when Barack Hussein Obama was president and there was an issue, you said whenever you want to resolve an issue, you start at the head. Right now, Donald Trump, you are that head. And what do you choose to do? You choose to get gifts. You choose to get a jet. Americans, how much longer are we going to put up with this? You know, I love my country. Well, let me say it this way. I love my God. I love my country. And I pray for all others. Thank you.